Hey, how's it going? So today, I'm just gonna demonstrate some cool things that I've been playing around with the modular synth, that you can do really easily inside of Phase Plant. So I want to show how it can be really fun to disconnect the volume amplitude envelopes and filter envelopes / LFOs from the MIDI triggered envelopes and also combining the two. So let me get into it. So we'll start with a phase plant, and let's get that out. I'm going to go with the analog oscillator. So you can see right now this envelope right here is tied to the MIDI note. Anytime I play a MIDI note, so one thing I can do first of all is put a filter in here. Just to tame that top end a bit. A little bit of a Reese. So if we have like a little bit of a melody here, we can start to disconnect that volume envelope. Let's see, what else was in here? That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll get it in time in a sec, but let's try to disconnect this volume envelope. So we can't choose the release to be up, or can we? Now in Phase Plant 2 we have this curve, and I can leave this curve up. I think this might work. Let's try it. Yeah, so it's working. We can have it set to off. So you can hear there's popping, probably because it's resetting the oscillator. Now there's no re-trigger button there, which is unfortunate. Is there a way to get this out? Can we use the auxiliary? Ooh, we have a mix now. Pretty cool. Okay, so what we can do is we can create a monophonic thing. It's kind of unfortunate that there's no re-trigger disable button. That would be nice for this. But we can just grab a curve and do what we did, where we have this all the way up. Now, we can have an LFO that's instead shaping the volume. And like I said, let's have this synced. So maybe quarter notes. And let's do maybe something like this. Something like that. So now we have the volume shaped and sounds like this. So let's try to get rid of those annoying clicks. Let's go monophonic and legato. And what that means is that if the notes overlap, it won't retrigger an envelope or hopefully the oscillator. And then glide, let's turn that up and put that on legato as well. And then we want to just make sure these notes all overlap. So what I can do is select all and click legato, and then drag them a little further, and they will all now overlap. Uh-oh. All right, let's get rid of this curve and just do a normal envelope. And now that we're legato, this should stay open all the time. All right, so now we're getting that effect that I'm going for. So this can be fun because you can modulate this envelope with another LFO maybe. Like, let's try modulating this. We could maybe have this synced to like something like a bar. So now we could maybe get some interesting polyrhythms if we duplicate this, and then we just change this number here to maybe, let's change the right number to 16 triplet, and then let's map this one to the filter cutoff. I'm going to set these all to never retrigger. So I said it could be cool to have an envelope that does retrigger as well. So below this output, we could put another oscillator. Let's go for a sine wave and pitch it up a couple harmonics. And let's use this to FM. So modulate the shift. And then let's use a normal envelope. And let's right click and then choose let's choose trigger at first, or no, let's choose always. So even though we're in legato, this envelope's going to continually re-trigger, and then we can use this to control the amount of that FM with this golden star. So So we can get some more consistent polyrhythms if we don't modulate the speed of these and we just let them run at different rates. So let's play around with that, and let's move this envelope a little further forward like this. And now we can choose different speeds here. And now this could be cool to have a master envelope here, and we could set this to re-trigger at first note of a group of legato notes. This could be fun to have. So let's use this one to control the amount of all these. So I crank up the modulation and then close this all the way. Crank up the modulation and then close this all the way. So these are now off unless this envelope says they're not. Crank it, dial it back. Now we can have like an overarching envelope. Let's delete this modulator for now. So let's see or hear what that sounds like. We could give a little decay to this. So instead of a normal envelope, let's actually go back a step and let's use an LFO instead. And let's set this to re-trigger at first of legato group, and let's just slow this way down to like super slow. And then we can kind of do some cool overarching journey modulation to the overall melody like this. So let's now control the gain, or let's control the amount here on each of these LFOs. Let's see how this sounds. So if we set this to a few bars, I think that might be good. So let's do 24/4. So that's cool. We could maybe use this to modulate the cutoff too. So that now it has two LFOs going to it. Let's try some different combinations of speeds. So this kind of cool polyrhythm stuff can sound good with a bit of delay, because they start making polyrhythms with themselves. These can be cool sounding as just percussive shapes too, so let's try some of that. So let's get another one of these LFOs out. Let's get a third thing we could maybe modulate. So maybe it could be cool to have another oscillator and pitch this down an octave and then modulate the gain of that oscillator like this. Then we can change the speed. And since we're modulating lane 1 here, what if we had a separate output and then we send it to lane 2? That way we have a separate lane for it. So now that we have transfer curves, we can use this more simple, like gradual envelope that we're using to modulate the gain of this sub-oscillator. We can modulate the shift here to get a pitch bend, but it's going to sound more lasery than we want, like this. So what we can do is we can right-click and then we can tweak this transfer curve to be more logarithmic or exponential and dial back the shape of this envelope to be more plucky. Oh wait, hold on. So yeah, let's dial this back. But if that's for some reason not enough, you can go to this remap, and we can send the LFO to the remap first, and then we can make this really plucky like this. And then we use that to modulate the shift. So what if we use this overarching envelope that we're messing with to modulate the speed of some of these LFOs? I'm going to unmap this LFO, this overarching LFO, from the depth. And let's just open all these LFOs back up temporarily. If we want to modulate the depth, we could maybe use a macro or something like that. That could be good. For some reason, when I did that, it messed up my FM modulation. So let's redo that. For some reason, that just messed it up. I don't know why. Oh, the depth was just all the way down. I'm silly. We can get some interesting FM effects if we FM our FM operator like this, and then maybe pick a different harmonic, and then use this one of these other LFOs to maybe modulate that amount. Too unpredictable in modulating the speed of those, so let's go back to just choosing set rates. Let's maybe use this higher oscillator to FM the sub. Or let's do phase modulation, or PM. And then maybe use a different one of these envelopes to control that amount of PM. Yeah, so you can get a lot of really cool sounds with this kind of technique, and get a lot of cool kind of rhythms going. Yeah. Let's see. Should we build another one real quick to harmonize with it? Let's harmonize with it. So let's get another analog out, and maybe let's try just a single note this time or something. Let's do a bass. Let's go something. Let's just try the same MIDI. this filter key track. So I'm going to dial in that fifth and then distort this with a distortion. We can get an LFO going, and we can modulate the filter cutoff a little bit. Let's do a synced rate. So we kind of lost our sub. So let's go distortion. Let's keep the distortion there, but let's add in a sub. So another analog, and let's do sine wave. And then let's send that to lane 2 so we can bypass lane 1, and then we can send this to lane, well, let's actually send that to lane 1, and then let's send this, yeah, let's send the sub straight to lane 3. Now, we can put a high pass either in here or in lane 2. Might as well just put it in lane 2. So I'll just get a simple filter and just high pass this out with a steeper slope. So I want the sub to be a lot louder than that top, so let me boost this sub up. It's not actually sounding as good, so I'm just going to get rid of that sub and get rid of this and keep the normal. Alright, so let's get another LFO and let's modulate the volume of, I guess, lane. Let's modulate the volume of the sub right here on the output. Let's get a simple delay on that. Let's do a delay, just a simple delay. Synced time. Kick. Something knocky. Yeah, something like that. Something acousticy. I'm also going to try stacking this on the main kick instead of this layer. Nice. All right, so yeah, that's my kind of tutorial on some cool modular techniques that I've been applying in Faceplant. So yeah, leave your comments, questions down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Sephiros. Big up. Peace.